Hello everyone, welcome to Euron, and I'm here again with an amazing project for all of you, and that too a real-time based amazing project which you can eventually convert into any kind of a MCP tool if you want. So in this project guys, so we are going to talk about a stock market analysis. So I will be pulling a data from an internet about a stock, a particular stock, let's suppose SDFC or maybe a Tata stock or maybe a Reliance stock or any other stock which I want. So I will be able to get a data with respect to a stock, historical data, as well as I will be able to get a current data. Plus I can try to even build a sentiment analysis. So I can try to extract information, a real-time information about that particular company. And I can try to see each and everything in one single place. So a stock trend, obviously I will be able to see. And apart from that, so I will be able to see all kind of a news which is going inside a market with respect to that particular stock in a very, very detailed way. Now to achieve that, I'm going to use two different APIs. So one API which is going to give me a real-time search is going to be a EURI API. So inside a EURI, so we have a multiple model. We have 10 model as of now, and we are trying to increase a different kind of a model on a day-by-day basis. So here we have a model called as Gemini 2.0 Flash. Now what this Gemini 2.0 Flash does, by the way, so it is going to help me out in terms of doing a real-time search about anything over internet. So whatever data is available over internet, obviously I will be able to fetch all of these data just out of like a prompt, and I will be able to like build any kind of a sentiment. I will be able to build anything that I want based out of the real-time data. The second API that I'm going to use is called as Alpha Vantage API. Now what this does, by the way, so this is going to be a API which is going to give you an access of a real-time stock market. So if I'm going to click on stock market API, so here if you will check its documentation, so it is going to give you a real-time data as well as it is going to give you a historical data. And here you will be able to see an option called as claim your free API key. So as of now, I will be using a free API key. You don't have to even pay for this one. You can try to select an option. Maybe I'm going to select an option as an educator over here. Organization name is going to be Euron. My email ID I can try to put up over here. And then I can just try to click over here, get free API key. So this API key, so I'm able to generate, as you can see over here, my API key is basically this. Now this API key, I will be able to use from Alpha Vantage to extract a historical information or even a current information or real-time information. Now, so this is one of the API which is going to give me a stock detail or stock idea. I can try to use even a Yahoo Finance, but sometime what happens is like maybe Yahoo Finance will not be able to give you a data. Maybe their server is down or something has happened with the Yahoo Finance. And now this is where this Alpha Vantage comes into a picture. And there are many other organizations, there are many other portals where you can go and you can try to get a real-time API even with respect to any kind of a stock for this entire world. And then I will be using, like I said, a Gemini 2.0 Flash API so that I can try to do a real-time sentiment check. What is going on over the internet with respect to this particular stock, or this particular company, each and every information I will be able to pull out. And I will be able to prepare myself that whether I should like go ahead and invest in this particular stock, or I don't have to go ahead and invest into that particular stock. So I will be able to make a eventually ultimate decision. I can even try to expose it as a MCP tool, and I can try to check this out with MCP inspector or maybe a Claude. Both of these options are completely open to me. Now let's go ahead, and I have already built this project for all of you. This is not a big one, but yeah. So here I'm trying to use two APIs. So one is a EURI API key and one is a Alpha Vantage API key. Now from where I can get this EURI API key, I have already shown you the place. Let me show you once again. So here there is a tab called as authentication tab inside this EURI API, right? EURI API segment. Now this is where you will be able to get your own API token. We have even released a SDK. So we have released a Python SDK and we have released a Node.js SDK. So which will make your life like a little bit easier. So here you just have to install pip install EURI AI if you are like doing a Python. Otherwise you can try to install npm. So if you're going to use a Node.js for your project. Now, and we are trying to increase this SDK as much as possible. Otherwise, if you don't want to use a SDK, you can try to use directly an endpoint, and then you can try to pass your bearer key. You will be able to get all the information that you are looking for, and you will be able to hit all the models that is available over here. Doesn't matter which programming language or which framework you are going to use. Okay, so here EURI API key, I will be able to see, I can try to copy it from here, and then maybe I can try to keep it inside my .environment file, so which I'm keeping anyhow. And then Alpha Vantage API. So I have already shown you a place. So here, so like I have shown you, so I'm able to generate my API key from Alpha Vantage. So I can try to maybe like place it over here and then save it. So now this is available inside my .env file. I'm going to read this file so that I will be able to use these two API keys, one for like a fetching a data about a stock, like a historical data as well as a current data. What is the stock price, how the trend is moving in last 1 month, 6 months, or maybe in a year of time. And then another API key with my model, Gemini Flash model. So I will be using it to understand what is a news or what is the information which is available over the internet, a current information, a latest information which is available over the internet. And then I'm going to build a Streamlit beautiful app, and with the help of that particular app, I will be able to do all kind of analysis by like passing any kind of a stock that I'm looking for in terms of doing an analysis. Not just that, so we are even going to use a key or we are going to use even a package called as GTTS package. So it is going to basically convert the entire information or whatever report that we are going to generate into a voice format. So ultimately, those who are looking for something in terms of a voice, you will be able to get a voice format as well. Plus, we are generating a SWOT report with respect to a particular like a particular stock that you are looking for. So you will be able to generate the complete SWOT report. So many things we are trying to do in this small project itself. So one by one, let's go ahead and let's try to understand this particular project. So here I'm trying to like write my own function called as analyze stock. There is something called a generate SWOT report, a save SWOT PDF, and then generate a voice report. Now, first of all, let's go to this analyze stock. So what this analyze stock is trying to do. So here you are going to pass basically your ticker. Ticker is nothing but basically you are going to pass your stock name over here, and then you are going to pass a period in this particular place. So maybe by default, I'm giving 6 months. You can try to go ahead with 1 month, 1 year, whatever you want. And then I'm trying to call this function called as get stock data. Now let's try to understand this particular function. So what this function is going to perform, by the way. So like I said in my introduction, that you can try to use Yahoo Finance. So Yahoo Finance you can try to use, and then you can try to get a data about a particular stock for a particular period. That's completely fine. But let's suppose if this is going to fail. In that case, I can try to call this particular function, which is my own custom function. So get from Alpha Vantage. And if I'm going to show you this function, so here I'm going to use the Alpha Vantage key, which I have generated just now. So Alpha Vantage API key, which I have generated just now, so that I will be able to get the information. So here I'm trying to call this Alpha Vantage, right? I'm trying to call this Alpha Vantage. This is my endpoint URL, which has been given to me. These are the parameters which I'm going to pass. So time series daily adjusted, symbol is ticker. Ticker is nothing but like your stock name. You are going to pass Alpha Vantage key. I'm going to pass, which I'm trying to read it from my environment file. As you can see, so I'm trying to read it from a environment file. So I will be reading this particular one, and then output size is equal to compact, and then I'm going to hit it basically, right? I'm going to hit it. So once I will be able to get this entire information, so I'm trying to pass it inside a pandas data frame. I'm going to convert this entire things into a data frame. And finally, I'm trying to show you each and everything. I'm trying to show you each and everything with respect to the particular stock that you are looking for. And then what I'm trying to do. So once I will be able to get this stock information, so maybe I can try to get a real-time sentiment about this stock. This is what I'm trying to do once again. So here I will be using a model called as Gemini Flash model, as you can see. So Gemini Flash 2.0 model I'm going to use over here, so that this model will be able to do a real-time sentiment check or whatever real-time data which is available over the internet. And here, so I'm using a EURI. So I'm using basically a EURI API key, and this is the endpoint which I'm trying to use. Or instead of using this endpoint, so what you can try to do is you can try to do a pip install EURI, and you can try to even call that particular part. So which I have already shown you in my yesterday's project, which was my previous project, right? So where I was using like a EURI AI SDK, by the way. So here it is going to search this entire internet, and then after searching an entire internet, it is going to give me a response. It is going to tell me that what people are talking about or what is a news about this particular stock, this particular ticker. So this is my prompt over here. So search the latest 3 news about a ticker, summarize the sentiment, and cite headlines. You can try to change your prompt if you want. That's completely fine. And according to your prompt, it is going to do a real-time internet or real-time Google search for all of you. So fine, this is the real-time sentiment I will be able to generate. And then finally, right, so I'm going to like build this function, and here I'm trying to call 3 things. So get a stock data, historical information, calculate an indicator, and then get a real-time sentiment. And all of these 3 things will be returned by my analyze stock. This is something this analyze stock is going to perform. So once I will be able to do analysis of the stock, which is my main part, then I'm trying to call a generate SWOT report. So here, to generate a SWOT report, again, I'm trying to use a prompt in this particular place. So here, I'm trying to use a GPT 4.1 Nano again from a EURI. So to do a real-time search, I have used a Gemini Flash. And again, to generate a summary of this entire report based on the data which I have received, so I'm trying to use a GPT 4.10 model in this particular place, as you can see. So here, I'm trying to pass this entire prompt, so that based on this particular prompt, which is nothing but a prompt for generating a SWOT report, it is going to work for me, a GPT 4.1 Nano. Again, API key is not going to change. So there is a one universal API key you can try to use to hit all the 10 models as of now, which is available over a EURI platform on our Euron system. So here, let's again click over here. So create a SWOT analysis of the company with the context. So company, information, sector, market cap, summary, real-time sentiment, and then format it with a clear headline, strength, weakness, opportunity, and threats. Now this is the prompt which I'm going to pass inside my EURI. And then it is going to give me a return, which is eventually like going to be a SWOT report. I'm trying to call this entire text over here, and I'm just trying to save it in a PDF file, as simple as that. So in a PDF file, I'm going to save this entire SWOT report. Now, apart from that, so I'm trying to call a generate voice report. It's a very teeny tiny, simple, small function that I have created. So generate a voice report, as you can see. And here, so yes, it is going to generate a complete voice report for me, so that I will be able to, if I have a problem in terms of a reading, so maybe I can try to listen to this entire voice report, and then I can try to build, or I will be able to get all the information. Now, inside this main.py file, so we are calling each and everything. That's completely fine. And this entire app we are trying to build with the help of Streamlit. So here we are giving some of the default stock drop down option, so that you don't have to, if you don't remember any kind of stock information or stock name, so maybe you can try to just click and then try to check it. Otherwise, you can try to pass your own stock option. That's completely fine. And here, so we are going to show you 1 month or 3 month or 6 month, 1 year and 2 year kind of a data, so that you can try to do a selection. You can try to even show more and more data if you want. That's completely fine. So this is my Streamlit app. Now let's go over there and let's try to run this entire Streamlit app, and let's see so what kind of information I will be able to see and what kind of a project eventually we will be able to build. So here what I can try to do is, so I can try to write Streamlit and run main.py and hit enter. So once I'm going to run this entire one, so this is my entire interface, a stock market analyzer and a reporter. So analyze Indian stock with a technical indicator, LLM based SWOT, and a voice report. This is the entire dashboard which I'm trying to build. You can try to select a company from here, right? So whatever company that you are looking for, or you can even try to maybe pass your own company data. That's completely fine. And here, so you can try to select a time period. So maybe 1 month, 3 months, and then run a full analysis. So run a full analysis. Now let's see. So what is going to happen, whether things are working for me or not, whether I'm able to fetch a data, fetch a information on, whether I'm able to generate a SWOT report and this voice report or not. So this is running and running and running. Let's see. Yeah, so it will take some time because it is doing a lot of work for me. Okay, so now I'm able to get a data, as you can see. So a stock price indicator, so price plus moving average, I'm able to get it. And that too today is like, let's suppose 21st. So yes, I'm able to get a data even beyond. Today is like basically 23rd. So I'm able to get a data. Again, I'm able to like see some RSI indicator graph. So each and everything, right? A volume graph I'm able to see, RSI indicator graph I'm able to see, and I'm able to see a price and moving average. I'm able to see even a real time sentiment powered by Gemini Flash, as you can see. So Reliance Industry sentiment analysis based on the live news. So here are the 3 latest news headlines about Reliance Industries along with the sentiment summary. So news headline says that the Reliance Industry Q4 result data set dividend announcement expected 18 hours ago. Reliance Jio gains 6,80,000 mobile subscriber in January. 1 day ago, Reliance Industry Q4 earnings. So this is the news from 2 days ago, right? So all of these things I'm going to get, and then it is going to tell me that sentiment appears, right? So then it is going to tell me that sentiment appears to be generally positive. The news focused on a subscriber growth, upcoming financial result, and a potential dividend announcement. And list rating rating leans heavily towards a buy. So yeah, you have a buy option for this one basically. Now you can try to even generate a SWOT report, and I'm saving this entire SWOT report inside a PDF. You can even go ahead and download this entire SWOT report. That's completely fine. Okay, let me run my full analysis. So I'm able to get this entire SWOT report, and yeah, it's like looks amazing, right? So yeah, it looks like amazing things that we are able to build, and yeah, so even a voice report I will be able to generate. So it is going to give me basically a voice report for the entire SWOT that I have built. And if I'll go over here, so I will be able to see even a voice report, and yeah, I will be able to see even a SWOT report in this particular place inside my code. Now I can go ahead, I can try to deploy it, and then on a daily basis, I can try to use it for my own reporting purposes. Going forward, so maybe you can even try to attach, or you can try to like, write a functions which I have already written, which I have already shown you in my previous project. If you go and check, so where I'm trying to configure a email ID. So it is going to send you a real-time report on a daily basis, maybe every day morning 8 o'clock to all of you that, okay, so this is the report based on the portfolio that you are trying to build. So this entire things is working in a real time. In a real time, we are going to get a data. You can try to go ahead and change your prompt saying that give me not just 3 news, because as of now I have given a prompt that just give me top 3 news. Maybe you can try to ask for hundreds of news over there. Maybe you can ask for a 5-year-old report. Each and everything this entire system is going to provide to you. Now, the next thing is, so we have to, let's suppose, do this entire analysis. So we have to call this like a analysis function. So we have to call this analyze stock function. So with the help of MCP. So how I will be able to do it? Let's try to understand even that particular part. So now we are going to convert this entire analyze stock in terms of MCP. So here I'm going to create a file called as MCP server. Let's suppose, so MCP underscore server server.py file. And then inside this entire MCP server, so maybe I can try to build whatever I want. So here I can try to call import like a import over here, and just import a fast MCP, and from fast MCP import fast. I think F should be small, fast MCP. Okay, so here F should be capital, I believe. So yeah, so this is something that we can try to like import, and then we have to import basically this analysis function. So because I'm going to run this analyze stock function over here, so what I can do is I can try to import this one. So from what is my file name? So from analysis, basically import what? So import this analyze stock. So here I can try to write analyze stock. So these are the two things which is required basically for this a conversion of this entire project as a MCP tool, and then I can try to create an object of MCP, let's suppose. So MCP is equals to, let's suppose I'm going to create fast MCP tool. So this is my tool for stock analysis. Yeah. So I'm going to call this one, and then I'm going to basically create a function. So stock underscore analysis, stock analysis, and this analyze stock function is trying to take two parameters, right? One is a stock name it is going to consider, another one is a period it is going to consider. So fine, I'm going to pass the same thing over here. And then here I'm going to return what? So I'm going to return analyze stock, and with this particular information, as simple as that. Now to convert this entire function as a MCP tool, what I have to do is I have to call this MCP object that I have created .tool tool over here. As simple as that. And then I can try to write maybe a main function. So I think there is some issue with this one. So it was not closed. Which one was not closed, by the way? I think I have closed. Period is equal to 6 months. Oh, okay, it's a default one. Okay, fine. Got it. So I was doing some sort of a mistake with respect to passing an argument over here. Okay, so analyze the stock, and then I can try to pass a ticker over here. I can try to pass maybe even a period if I want. So period period, I can try to pass it over here. As simple as that. Okay. Now, if this is done, then I can try to call my a main function. So here I can try to write if underscore name underscore is equal to basically underscore main underscore. So here I'm going to write equal to, and then here I can try to write MCP dot run. So MCP dot run, so that it will be able to register this entire tool as a MCP. Now, once this part is done, right? So once this part is done, now I can try to test this MCP tool with the help of maybe MCP inspector. But before that, so I have to convert this entire project, right? I have to convert this project, especially this one. So I have to convert it into a UV packages. So here I can try to open up a new command prompt, and then I can try to write UV init and dot, so that eventually it will be able to convert everything into the UV. As you can see, a lot of things has already changed, and it has added a couple of files automatically. So especially this project.toml file, it has added automatically. Now, so this is now a UV package which I'm able to create. Now this is what is the next thing that we have to do. So let's try to do a next thing. So the next thing over here is basically UV, and then add. Basically there is a command which I have discussed a lot of times in my previous class as well. So MCP, and then this is basically a CLI, so which is going to install all the necessary package from a UV. So it has installed all the necessary package from a UV. Now what we can do is, so we can try to run this entire things with the help of MCP inspector. So here is a command, npx command, MCP python MCP server.py file. So this is my file name, MCP server.py file. Let's hit enter, and if everything is going to be fine, then it is going to initialize my MCP server at this particular URL. So let's go ahead and test it, guys. So here is my MCP server, and then I can try to click on connect. Let's see so whether it is able to connect or not. So yeah, it looks like it is able to connect. Now let's click on this tool, and then I can try to click on list all the tools. So stock analysis is a tool that we have created, as we can see over here. So stock analysis is a tool that I have created. So yes, it is able to list down all the tools. Now here I can try to select a tool, and it is asking me for two things. So one is a ticker, and one is basically a period. So period, I can try to even change it, and then one thing it is asking me for something is basically called as ticker. So where I can try to pass a stock name, right? So I can try to choose one of the stock name which I have already used it while doing an analysis. So here is my main file, and I have used these stocks. Basically I have used this ticker name. So let's suppose for HDFC Bank, right? For HDFC Bank. So if I'm trying to perform this operation, So I'm going to pass this hdfcbank.ns and then 6 month, and then let's try to click on run the tool. And if my analyzer is not going to fail, which I have already tested, so it is going to give me all the data set over here, date by date, date by date, date by date. Plus it is able to give me the complete summary, as you can see, right? Plus it is going to give me the complete summary, as you can see. So yes, I'm able to hit this entire analyze tool with the help of my MCP inspector. Now let's suppose if I would like to do the exact same thing even with the help of Claude. So let's see, so whether I will be able to do it with the help of Claude or not, this entire MCP things. So here I can try to maybe open up a new prompt, and I have to basically register this entire tool inside a Claude. How I will be able to register? So to register it, you have to write MCP install install with the help of obviously UV package, which I have already installed over here. So MCP install and then MCP server.py. Now hit enter, and if you are not able to get any kind of an error, it simply means that it is able to install it. Now I'm going to open up my Claude desktop app over here. And this is my Claude desktop app, which is already up and running. I'm going to exit it first. I'll wait for 5 to 10 seconds, and then again I'll try to open up my Claude app so that it will be able to recognize my new MCP addition. So here, open MCP setting, let's cut it, and then let's go to the tool. And here, so stock analysis is something I'm able to see, right? Stock analysis. So this is my tool for a stock analysis. So this is the tool that I have added basically, guys, right? So this is the tool which I have added. So a stock analysis tool, this is my tool for a stock analysis. So yes, I'm able to see that particular tool inside my Claude. Maybe I can go ahead and I can try to use it, this stock analysis one. So here I can try to call a stock analysis, and then I can try to pass my ticker in this particular place. So I'm going to pass a same ticker which I have passed over here. So HDFC Bank, so a stock name. So this is my stock name, and then I can try to pass a 6-month parameter, or otherwise it's completely fine. It will be able to understand. And now let's send it so that it will be able to hit my tool, and let's see what happens. So whether it is able to get some sort of a, yeah. So it looks like that it is able to basically access my MCP tool. So okay, let's hit enter and let's see. So whether it is able to perform some sort of analysis with respect to my MCP tool which I have exposed or not. So it looks fine. Once again, guys, I'm able to get an information with respect to MCP, and here I'm able to use even a power of Claude, so which is trying to summarize each and everything on its own. Plus it is able to give me a response, it is able to give me a return even inside my MCP tool. So successfully we are able to integrate our entire MCP tool, right? Successfully we are able to integrate our MCP tool inside a Claude as well as inside a MCP inspector. It's very easy peasy kind of a job. It's not at all a big deal. So I think all of us will be able to do it in a easiest possible way, right? In a easiest possible way, I will be able to do it, and I will be able to call it anywhere I want, Successfully we are able to get basically integration of stock data. Successfully we are able to even integrate a real-time search which is coming from a Gemini Flash, a EURI system basically. So a lot of things, a lot of amazing things we are able to integrate all together just for one single project. And yes, everything is working, everything is up and running. I'm going to keep this code inside your dashboard so that you all will be able to access it, plus all the other links which I have used inside this project. Even those links will be available inside your dashboard itself. So hope you all have enjoyed this entire project. All of you are going to like this entire project. Plus you can try to add a couple of more things over here to make this project even better and better and better, so that you will be able to use it even in a real time on your day-to-day basis if you are going to invest or plan to invest on a stock market in a near future. So with that, guys, thank you so much everyone, and see you again with a new lecture, with a new video on this EURI platform. Till then, take care everyone. Bye-bye.